Good morning to the Sacred Heart Energy Tribe. I am back again and making a whirl at this YouTube thing one more time. It has been quite the journey already. I discovered that sound was not that good the last recording, so we are upgrading already. So we have our little, button mic here. So hopefully that will make it so you can hear a little bit clearer and with a less distortion and different things that might interfere. But in this almost week since I recorded that first video, I had wanted to at least come back on now and just sort of talk about shamanic chi, sacred heart energy. I say shamanic because it is rooted in really being grounded in Mother Gaia, Father Sky, being respectful of the earth that we live on, within, and all that we take from her every day, if you think about it, the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the air that we breathe, and how important it is to have an incredible respect and a reverence for her and for the ability for us to live here every day. And that is what fuels me in my work and in my meditations. If you look at the website, I will say it again, just because we know there could be new people all the time, that it is shamanicchi.com. In there, you'll find a reference to grid work, which I find extremely important and very necessary right now, especially. And it is really around working with the ley lines, the energies within Gaia that exist. Scientifically, we know all of these things. It's not woo-woo, as so many people keep talking about, although I think my work, our work, similar people that have the same work, call it all woo-woo, and that's okay. They can call it whatever they want. But I know that what I do is a contribution to working with the energies within the earth itself, which then support us. Why not? So if you are interested to learn more about grid work and what that is, you can hop on over to shamanicchi.com and look for the description of grid work. We can have a session. I can walk you through what a grid work session is. It is not terribly expensive because it is something that you just learn and then carry on and do whenever you want to. Wherever you are so, pulled to do. It could be at any time in, your journey outside, in a walk in nature, when you are visiting places, anywhere you feel the need to do energy work, grid work for the earth is, I'm sure, always welcome. As always, we always ask for permission first, that this is something Gaia is going to be in agreement with, and I cannot imagine that it would not be so. I've certainly never had a period of time where offering to help with her and balancing that masculine and feminine energy that she would have anything against doing. So as long as we are doing this with good intent and for the most benevolent outcome for all, for her, for us as humanity, for all existence, because that's really what we're after, is looking at the all that is and understanding we are singularly a part of the all that is, as well as collectively. And I think that for people who are newer to this, like I had been, I was in a very fundamental church, all I will say. And that was 30 years of being very ingrained and very into a particular faith, which isn't wrong. But what I've understood is it's more than that. And that is a great foundation. It is a great place to start. It's a place to really anchor yourself in a faith, in understanding, in a connection to a higher power. In understanding your own shadow work, who you are as an individual, why you do what you do, that may be healthy and maybe not so healthy, how you work on yourself in all of that, in that process. And in doing that, for much of my adult life, I was about 26 until only 2 years ago, I decided that there, to me, is more. It's more than laws, legalities, rules. Ego is a big part of any organized anything. It could be a church, it could be a business, it could be anything. I think that there is much to be said about how that can be sort of put aside, and understand that you as an individual are your own anchor. You are your own sovereign being with higher power connection to yourself and the all that is. And I think once you begin to recognize that, then we can step into work that just strengthens it. And that's what I feel like I have done for a good part of these last 2.5 years, really jumping in, all in, not just dipping a toe, really taking a look at how humanity is as a species. We are all connected. We shouldn't be looking at ourselves as one nation against another nation. We should be looking at ourselves as a collective. And we are hearing a lot more about that, more and more and more as time goes. And I think for people who are just starting out, like I feel like I had been, and I still am, still learning a lot, would like to share that journey so others that are feeling a little intimidated or feeling late to the party or feeling like it's not happening fast enough, to assure you that is all not true. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, exactly in the time that you are in, and exactly in the development that you are, perfectly placed, and to believe that. I believe it wholeheartedly. I believe that there is a purpose for everything. And the more you go down this journey, I believe you will discover, as I have and so many others, that there is a perfect synchronicity and timeline that we are heading into together as a collective. And this work now is how we will perfect that. And it is exciting. It is something I am really grateful to have been awakened to and be a part of. And so if I go back to Sacred Heart Energy, all of what I have already said is really what it is anchored in. Your heart has its own toroidal field, its energy field, and you can look that up. That heart energy, it is sacred, hence she, Sacred Heart Energy. It is your grounding space. It is something you can anchor into, really look inward and become aware of what that energy is for yourself. I do that through meditation. A lot of people will go outside. It happens in nature. Doing things that you really enjoy, that you, a lot of people call hobbies, that you will be lost in, and time is of no matter. And you could be doing something for an hour, 3 hours, 5 hours, and never even know that that much time had passed. That's when you're tapping into that Sacred Heart Energy. It is your love, your space, specific to you, your own frequency. We all have one, very unique, very specific to ourselves. And that heart energy is what I work with when we do a session. It can start out with psychospiritual work, which is really just if you're beginning and you want to understand a little more. Or you can go right into, if you're aware of what this is already and you want to go into a meditation and work with Sacred Heart Energy, there's a place for that. We can do that. All of this is something that you can learn and take with and run with and share with others. Because for me, that's the goal. It is about sharing this with others, spreading the word. I've heard many channelers say, I cannot wait until everybody does this. Because then what we say, what we do, what we're trying to share, it won't be needed anymore. It will be innate within all of us. That to me is why I am doing what I'm doing. Again, not because I even like being on camera. That is not my favorite thing. But I have so much to say. I have so much to share. I have so much within my heart that I know is worth putting out. And then let those that receive it, and run with it. And so before I started the play button, I did pull a card from an absolutely beautiful deck that I love. It is from Alana Fairchild. It is White Light Oracle. Look at that picture. Absolutely incredible deck. And in there, of course, like all of us do, we will always ask for guidance and to bring the perfect card to come through. And you can't argue with results. And this one is card number 36 from that deck, Telepathy of Terra Mater. And so for me, it was pretty profound what it had said. So I'll just read the heading because it says it all. It says, the pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. And that, I feel, is happening. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother, who is just filling my heart all the time, are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in directions are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart, even if it seems improbable or unattainable. It will manifest successfully. The fact that they even mention the heart and our dear Gaia, our Mother Earth, to me is another confirmation, a synchronicity that Spirit is with us always, leading us, directing us, making it very clear the directions that we need to go. We just need to tune in. We have, I've heard some say, antennae, right? We really do. There is an energetic field around us that once it's plugged in, you cannot deny the direction that you are directed in, I guess is the best way to say it. And it's something to me that has been unfolding and growing and occurring more and more and more. So my hope for you today is that you can follow your heart, that sacred heart energy, tune in more. And if this information is something that you like, we must always mention to like and subscribe. That will certainly spread the word and bring it around to more and more people so that we all can be in tune with what is perfect for us, our own purpose. Never late. We are never late. There is nothing missing. There is nothing broken. We are remembering. And that, to me, is on my website and something that is close, very, very close to my heart, that I want everyone to hear and really take in. So I hope this was helpful to you. Until the next one comes, we will post this up and continue the journey. Thank you all for listening.